Hello, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you how I made these amazing cyanotype prints. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I had a lot of fun doing this, but I came into a lot of problems along the way, but managed to resolve them, so I'll show you everything. And hopefully this video inspires you to give it a go. There is still a lot of learning I can gain from this process, so I will continue to practice, and if you're interested, I will show you. So I start by collecting some foliage. These plants are in my kitchen. I actually have a very large plant collection, and also obviously went outside where I got some seed pods, a variety of flowers, ferns, leaves, some grasses, and just some bits of dead stuff that I found on the floor along the way that I thought would make a cool print. Had a little cat therapy time. I saw this absolutely gorgeous caterpillar roaming around. If anybody knows what it is, please let me know. Some cute mushrooms growing in my path. Wow! These are snapdragons or antirrhinums. Just wanted to show you how cool the seed pods are. They look like skulls. Also grabbed a pear as a snack. More flowers. And here's my little basket ready to go. Oh. And here I printed these images, which I got permission from the Oregon Zoo to use their animal x-rays for. So thank you, Oregon Zoo, for letting me use your amazing x-rays, which I printed on transparent paper that is meant for a printer. So the first item I tried this on was a shirt. I painted the shirt with a 50-50 mix of the two cyanotype parts and let it dry for a few hours. I then laid out my foliage and my images. I lay 2 sheets of glass on top of these and set it by a sunny window for about 40 minutes, which is quite long for this. It should only really be about 14 minutes, I believe, from the other videos that I've seen. I rinsed this in hydrogen peroxide and water and later ran it under the sink for a few minutes. At this stage, it did look like it was working to me, but this was my first one and I knew that the color was already looking a little bit pale compared to other things I saw. This was it when it had dried, so I knew it definitely hadn't worked. And one of those reasons is my windows being UV resistant didn't let enough light react with the chemical. So I tried it again. I used a little crop top for this and did the whole thing again, obviously a different pattern. I cured it under my UV lamp this time, which is meant for sanitizing fish tanks, so I don't think the bulb was strong enough. I kept checking to see when it was ready. I thought this looked ready, but when I washed it, all the design completely washed away, and actually by the next day there was absolutely no blue on it whatsoever. I wasn't 100% sure what was wrong with it at this stage, so I tried it again, but I thought I would do it on paper. This is watercolor paper. And that splodge over there is because I had some excess solution that I didn't want to waste, so I thought I would double it up, and I wouldn't recommend it because it carried through the whole design. Didn't ruin it, something else ruined it, and you will see. So these, I thought they were looking good. It looked like the x-rays had printed on, which was exciting. That was the first time they'd come through. I washed this with just shower water and the design completely washed away. And this was when I did some research and realized that hard water or water with high alkalinity bleaches cyanotype solution. This was what it looked like, and the other one looked like this. I didn't wash the second one as much. I thought maybe I was washing it out too much. This is what that one looked like when it dried. Kind of sad. So for my next one, to increase the acidity, I added some vinegar, mixed with water, and it was looking better, but not perfect. And I still wasn't really sure why, but at least the designs were coming out. This was just on some scrap paper. As you can see, there's some paint splodges on and some areas that had some resist, which probably leaked because it was my sketchbook. And obviously I had to try it again, knowing that the vinegar was working a little bit, working better than just plain tap water. Obviously I did it again, but skipped showing the process. I used a splash of vinegar in a cup of cold water. I used 2 glasses of water to rinse these, and I thought they came out pretty good, but still quite pale. Also, the sheet of plastic that I was using to print on must be slightly UV resistant because you can see the cutout edges. But definitely some progress, I thought. These were all done under my UV lamp. I left them under for like 4 hours, which is a bit insane compared to other people's. This one I let it cure longer and washed it with lime juice this time, just because I couldn't find lemon. And it looked like this, which I thought looked amazing, but when it dried, it went pale again. I still thought it looked amazing and was obviously better than my first attempt, but you know, I had to try it again. This time I was blessed with a really beautiful sunny day, so I left these outside for only 10 minutes and look at the difference. I really didn't want to risk using just my plain tap water to wash these, so I thought it would be best to use the lime juice mixed with my water, as I thought that worked the best. And this is what they look like when I washed them. I was so happy with the results, and when they dried, they retained the colour. I was so happy. It finally worked, and they're absolutely gorgeous. There are a couple of missed spots from painting the cyanotype, but I am doing the painting and laying out the foliage and my images in the dark. So I'm not really surprised, but I'm still very happy with the final result. And obviously there's a few little imperfections in the layout, but it's all natural objects. So a while ago, I tried hammering flowers into this t-shirt, and they did wash away immediately, but the cyanotype seemed to reactivate them, which I wasn't too impressed at given the situation. But I had a second one as well. One of them seemed to still be a little bit wet. You can see the condensation gathering under the glass. I was a bit worried that this wouldn't work, and it would probably also ruin the prints that I had. I left these in the sun for about 12 minutes. I think I overdid it for the first time. This is what they look like when they came out the sun. And this looks absolutely amazing. I almost wish it stayed like that. I love this one. And I washed these with lime juice and water again. Looking very dark. I was quite nervous. I did love the final look when they dried, but they didn't have as much detail as I wanted. I think this is because the hems of the t-shirt were raised and didn't allow the glass to press the foliage as close to the fabric as I would have liked. They're definitely not perfect, but I will do the back and probably still wear them. If you have any hints and tips on how to improve this, please let me know. I'd love to have another go. And thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.